this video is going to be a part 2 to the 2001 YZ426F build. After posting that video, I got a handful of comments talking about how the timing chain needed to be replaced, the cam chain, because it was wore out. This is my first 4-stroke that I've built, and I did think it was a little weird, but I wasn't 100% sure. But I did order a timing chain for it. It should be here today. I just want to say thank you to the people who did comment, helping me make sure this bike is going to be back up to spec, and you know, everything's good to go mechanically. So at the end of that video, the clutch still wasn't working perfect, but I did get it figured out. So it turned out that the clutch was installed wrong. Some of the plates weren't right, and then it has some kind of spring in it. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it was on backwards, and I think it was maybe in the wrong place. But it works good now. The petcock started leaking, so I was gonna do like a rebuild kit, just gaskets for it, but it was the same price as buying a new petcock, so I just went ahead and got a new one. So we'll get ready to replace it. And the fuel screw for the bottom of the carburetor kept vibrating out. So I got an aftermarket one of those, and we're gonna put that in. All right, so now we're gonna install this fuel screw. This is what it is. It's got the numbers on it to know how many turns out you go and whatnot. I got it on Amazon. It was fairly cheap, around 10 bucks or so. So we're gonna slide that bad boy in. So it can fall out if I let go. Nope, so it's already grabbing, good. I think it's grabbing. Maybe not. Come on, get up in there. There we go. It's machined a little weird. That these teeth on it, like the little thumb pieces, are really sharp. I'd say probably go with a little bit higher quality one, but now I know that for next time. And it was at 3. So now we'll go out. We'll go back out to 3. I don't exactly know where that's gonna be. So we got gas. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing trying to start. Try to get this tuned back right. Alright, so as you can see, it wouldn't start, and you can see the petcock's leaking right here. I took the car apart thinking maybe a jet was clogged for some reason. They were not. The spark plug wire came apart from the spark plug boot. But we're good now. She's running good. I turned this in, adjusted the idle. We're gonna get ready to do the petcock. So we'll go ahead and get to that. All right, so let's see if we can get this bad boy off of here. Need to find a handhold. Okay, good. That one got loose. Check this one. This one on the left is a little bit more stripped, it looks like. I don't know if y'all can see that. Yeah, so that's what I'm working with. Ah, yes, good.
Are they cutting down that tree?
I don't know. Where's that other petcock at? Go grab it, if you would, please.
Where?
Right here on the trash can.
What are you looking for? In here?
Petcock, yes. So here's that petcock. The gasket itself looks good. I think it's the switch inside. That's the issue. Alright, so here we go. This is what we got here. This is the old one. So, the switch is stuck, hold on. Alright. This is the old one. It's, I would consider what I would, like a race petcock, because it's only got on and off. This one's got a reserve, so that's cool. Shove that in there. And we gotta reuse these screws.
You gotta be so loud.
This did not come with a gasket. Yes, it did. I was about to say, that was weird. I feel gas. Oh, it's leaking out the top now. I knew it was a matter of time. And then after we install this, we should be good to go with no more leaks, but we will find out.
They don't think we live in New York.
Oh. Alright, that one's tight. That one's tight. Let's go put this bad boy on the bike and see if it leaks. Alright, so first we're going to make sure it works. We're going to go to on. That works. Reserve. That works. Perfect. Let's throw the fuel line on. What happened to my clip? Okay, I will have to find a new clip for this. But, just for testing purposes. Oh, okay, so it's not going to hold. But, I'm not seeing any leaks around here. For right now, we're just going to go ahead and zip tie this on for testing purposes. Have to find some kind of hose clamp to put on it here in a little bit. But this will suffice for now. I need a clean cut. Alright, on. Still leaking out of the hose just a little bit, because the zip tie's not tight enough. Where's them pliers at? Yeah, that's just leaking out of the hose. But it's not leaking here anymore, so I'd say we're good there. Alright, it's the next day. That cam chain didn't come till like really late. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and take the stator cover off. I gotta get that nut off. Is that gonna be... This is gonna... There we go, got that off. Should be a washer back there. Yep, there we go. Now we'll get our flywheel puller. Hopefully this will fit. Looks like it will. Back that out a little bit. Or is it a left thread? Yeah. Alright. Now we're going to take the stator off. Stator plate. There's that one. Should pull over here. I don't really want this hanging. Set it like right there. Alright, now we're gonna take the tensioner bolt out and then loosen up the tensioner. so I got it locked in. Now I'm gonna take the valve cover off. Alright, so I've got a bad battery. I finished taking this cover off. Cam chain is still tight, so let me put that screwdriver back in it. I did it on another bike and it held, but I guess this one's not holding. Or is it on for a different reason? Because it feels like this isn't turning anymore. Yeah, that's maxed out. Why is it so tight? Alright, I finally got the head pulled up enough. I got the guide out. So hopefully now we can get this one off. See, it's this guide that's kind of getting in my way now. Because, like, it's got these little clips on this. And they're not coming off. Don't really know how to try to get it out of the way either. It really don't come up hard enough. Oh, I'm bleeding. Where am I bleeding from? All I gotta do is get it off of that. Unless I can pull this one down through a little bit, but that ain't looking like that's gonna happen either. Huh. If y'all got any tips on how to do this for next time, comment them down below, because I'm slightly confused on why they made this so difficult. Getting it out's not gonna be a problem, because if I break it, it's whatever, but putting one back in, you know, I can't break it. I got all bound up in there, trying to take everything apart. Trying to pull out, there we go. Yeah. Looking at it now, after doing a little bit more research, it is really shot. Jesus. Again, thank y'all for all the comments, calling me out for this. I really do appreciate it. See, we almost got it right here, but this ain't acting right. Hold on. I think the tensioner shot back out, which wouldn't surprise me because, you know, I didn't have my screwdriver in it, but maybe the tensioner shot back out. That's why it's not. My hands are slippery. Oh, that hurt. Is it? Yeah, it was shot back out a little bit. That's why this wasn't going back in. Alright, so now this will fall back like that. Let's see if I can maneuver this a little bit better in here. Looks like it fell through a little bit more, but still ain't really enough. Oh, I got it under it. I don't need it under it. So I got it that far. Now I'm stuck behind the gear. Hold on, there we go. There's the old timing chain. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. It's really beat up. They said do it like this, and if it doesn't roll good, then it's really bad. I should have known that it was bad to begin with. I knew it didn't look right, but I figured after it got a little bit of oil on it, maybe it's just been sitting for too long. But it's good. I got the new one over here. I've had it soaking in some oil for a while, because I read somewhere that you should let them soak. Oh, so go and get this one out, and I'll show y'all how it's supposed to roll, because it does not roll like the other one. This one rolls way better. So like, see, it's really smooth. It's not kinking up. Well, if I would turn it in my hand right. I don't know what I did to this thing the other day, putting it in the cup. I like got it going backwards or something. There we go. Got it good now. See, it rolls really good. Throw this in. I think top down's the easiest way. That's how I've seen it done. Kind of throw it around like that. Don't really want it to fall. Is that a bike? What is that? It is. It's kind of ninja. One of them cowies. Alright, see, look. Oh, so I didn't tell you this. Because I did have to take the head off, right? Exhaust off, coolant drained. You know, all that, but... well, that's good. Glad we were able to do that now. Let me go ahead and put this other guide back in, and let's get this thing put back together. Alright, so I've been struggling with this cam chain. I think the last thing you saw was me put this one in, but I cannot get the cams on whatsoever. So I got this one back out because it's not right. There's no way. And this is the old cam chain. As you can see, this is the third time I'm gonna say it. Thank you for the comments, because it is unbelievably toast. Like, I can't even undo that one now. But anyway, this one, each one of these, there's 60 of those, which means there's 120 of the pins, is what I call them. This one has 59 of the individual teeth guides, I guess is what you'd call it. Anyway, they said this one would fit. It obviously does not, so I'm gonna be returning this one. We're gonna have to try to find another one. But I'll bring you back whenever that happens. New cam chain's here. It is 60. I measured it, or I counted it. So now it's time to put it back in. So let's get to it. Alright, so whenever I was tightening this down, this just started spinning. I'm hoping the crank threads are not messed up, and I hope it's just a nut, but I'm gonna have to Dremel this nut off because it's not coming back on, or coming back through the crank threads. Alright, I finally got it off. So that's the crankshaft. It's totally gummed up. Do you still have that nut, Kenzie? You do? Okay. Here's the nut. There's not a single thread in there. It's totally smooth. So we're gonna hopefully be able to re-thread this, but we'll see. Alright, I got it re-threaded. Had to go get a nut from Lowe's or whatnot, but it does go on now if I can get it straight. So we're gonna go ahead and continue putting everything back together. Alright, so it's been a handful of weeks at this point. I ran a couple dies down it, and it still didn't work. So I got another die that is standard, or a specialty die apparently, and I had this nut specially made. So hopefully this will solve all of our issues, or at least that's what I'm hoping, because I really don't have another option other than splitting the cases, and that's just not feasible for this bike, just because of how much time and money has been put into it. So we're gonna hopefully get this bad mamma jamma back together right now. Let's just try to get this on. The whole issue is it's just not torquing down. But with it made how it is, hopefully it will now. Alright. Back with the flywheel holder. That's feeling a lot better than it was. Oh yeah, it's gonna torque down now. It's got to, right? It's not going to. It's loose.
What'd I tell you?
Alright, well, back to the drawing board. Alright, so I finally got this thing back together out of the floor of the garage. So what we ended up doing was we tried a couple different sizes on the crank, but we couldn't get it to work. But what we ended up going with was a M9x1, and we were able to tap it down, or die it down to that, and get a nut on there. Put it back together, cam chains in. It leaked a bunch of oil all over the floor while it was apart, so I filled some more oil back in it. So I did kick it a minute ago and it did start. We'll see what happens now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tune it up real quick, just a little tune, because I did have to get a new fuel screw for it, because I swapped this one out for the other 400. But let's see what this thing will do. Try not to choke. Well, alright, so I got bad news. We took it back apart, right? And this is that setup. This is that special nut we got. So that last clip had the I kicked it over a few times, it didn't start. Well, we turned the camera off, I kicked it some more, it never started. And I finally pulled the spark plug out and stuff like that, and it had no spark. So I knew this is something we messed with. So I took this cover off, flywheel would just freely spin here. I was pretty upset about it, so like, it was just, you know, spinning in place, whatever. And then we found this today when we took it apart. The woodruff key, if I can flip it over, is broken. I don't know how good you can see that, but it's sheared off. So I'm gonna have to get a new key, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got everything back together. We bought a new key. Pretty much what happened was the flywheel moved just a little bit, and then I guess it just broke the key there. We added some extra washers to make sure it gets that, fill any gap that it was missing pretty much. So now I guess we'll see if it'll start. I'm hoping it does, but we'll see right now. Where's my choke? That's about how long it fired last time, and then it broke, so. broke again. No? Might have just been flooded. Come on. Pulled the hot start, which is, I believe, giving it more air when it started. Trying to turn the idle down a little bit, see if that helps. At least we know it runs. I'm going to reposition the camera, and I'm going to take it up another driveway real quick, just to make sure it still rides like it's supposed to. Alright, let's see how good it cranks back up. No gas, no choke. Uh-oh. Let's try that again. Let me throw the seat on this bad boy and we'll take it one more time. Let's see if it'll crank back up. Ooh, that is hot. Alright, I'm gonna say the bike's done. This took way longer than it needed to be fixed. If anything else major happens, I'll bring you in. I still got a few things to do, like put the kill switch on, stuff like that, but nothing major. If you've enjoyed, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.